Hey, Cowboys Nation. This is Cowboys Wire News, your home for breaking news, smart analysis, rumors, and film room insights. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a snap. Let's talk America's team. Something huge just dropped in the NFL world, and it's shaking up the entire league like a Texas thunderstorm. Aaron Donald, the man, the myth, the monster of defensive lines, has officially signed with the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, you heard that right. The same Aaron Donald who terrorized quarterbacks for years with the Rams is now wearing the star on his helmet. The move comes after weeks of speculation that Donald might either retire or take on a new challenge. Well, looks like he chose the latter, and it's a challenge that has fans in Dallas losing their minds and opponents trembling already. The deal, according to early whispers, is massive, a short-term, high-money contract aimed at bringing one thing to Jerry World: a Super Bowl. But it's not just about money or fame. Sources close to Donald say he wanted to go hunting again, and that's exactly the vibe he's bringing to Big D. When he walked into the Star in Frisco for his first team appearance, teammates reportedly went silent. Some smiled nervously. Others just said, "We're winning it all." Donald's reputation isn't just about stats, it's about fear. And now, that fear wears silver and blue. The Cowboys front office has been plotting something big ever since their playoff exit left fans frustrated once again. Jerry Jones has been chasing that elusive sixth Super Bowl ring for decades, and now he's betting on the ultimate defensive weapon to make it happen. Imagine Micah Parsons and Aaron Donald on the same defensive line. Quarterbacks in the NFC East just started checking their calendars for their matchups against Dallas, probably wishing they could call in sick that week. Donald's presence alone changes the math for every offensive coordinator in the conference. You can't double-team everyone, and that's exactly the nightmare Dan Quinn has been dreaming of. Inside sources say Quinn personally pushed for the signing, describing Donald as the final piece to a championship defense. And the Cowboys, with their iconic swagger, are already talking about dominance. In the locker room, players are reportedly throwing around a new slogan: "Stars hunt too." Donald, known for his brutal training regimen and no-nonsense approach, fits perfectly with that mindset. The Cowboys just turned their defense from dangerous to downright deadly, and the entire NFC just felt that tremor. Now, what really set social media on fire wasn't just the signing itself, it was Aaron Donald's words at the press conference. With his usual calm but chilling tone, he said, "I'm coming for every quarterback in the NFC East." Boom. Just like that, the rivalry meter exploded. Giants fans are panicking, Eagles fans are pretending not to care, and Commanders fans, well, they're just praying for their offensive line's safety. Donald's message wasn't a bluff. The man means business, and when he says hunt, it's not a metaphor. His game is pure chaos, power, and precision, a mix that few linemen in history could ever replicate. The thought of him breaking through an offensive line while Parsons blitzes from the edge sounds like something straight out of a nightmare for Dak Prescott's rivals. Even NFL veterans started reacting, with former players like J.J. Watt tweeting that the league just got scarier. And it's true, no matter how you spin it, Donald joining Dallas isn't just a signing. It's a statement. The Cowboys aren't playing around anymore. They're gunning for blood, and it starts with destroying the NFC East one quarterback at a time. Behind the scenes, sources say this deal wasn't easy to pull off. Donald was reportedly approached by multiple teams, including a couple of AFC powerhouses, but he wanted something specific: legacy. The Cowboys, with their national spotlight and legendary history, offered exactly that. Jerry Jones pitched him not just as a player, but as the missing link in the Cowboys' return to greatness. Donald, who's already secured his Hall of Fame ticket, wanted a new kind of glory, not just more sacks or stats, but a shot at becoming immortal in a second franchise. It's a bold move, especially for a player who's achieved everything with the Rams. But Donald has never been one to play it safe. His workouts, his mentality, his obsession with perfection, all point to a man who thrives under pressure. The Cowboys culture, for all its drama, might just be the fuel he needs. Insiders claim Donald spent hours studying Dallas defensive schemes before even signing. He didn't come to relax or coast. He came to dominate, again. And that intensity is exactly what makes this story feel bigger than football. It's personal. It's legacy. It's war. As the news spread, the NFL landscape began to shift almost instantly. Betting odds for the Cowboys to reach the Super Bowl skyrocketed, and sports talk shows couldn't get enough of the new Legion of Doom forming in Dallas. Fans lined up outside the Star, some waving Donald jerseys that hadn't even officially hit stores yet. You could feel the electricity in the air, that rare kind of buzz when you realize something historic might be happening. Even Cowboys legends like DeMarcus Ware and Michael Irvin publicly praised the move, calling it the new era of Cowboys dominance. But, as always, with great hype comes great pressure. Can Donald's arrival finally break the decades-long curse that's haunted Dallas since the mid-90s? It's the question on everyone's lips. Still, one thing's for sure, Donald doesn't care about narratives or curses. He's here for results, and if his track record means anything, quarterbacks better start updating their insurance policies right now. The star on his helmet just got a whole lot brighter and a whole lot scarier. And yet, beneath all the chaos and headlines, there's an eerie calm around Donald himself. He's not the type to boast endlessly on social media or feed into the hype. Instead, he trains, watches film, and lets his play do the talking. Cowboys insiders describe his presence as military-like, with players already following his lead during early workouts. Micah Parsons, who idolized Donald growing up, reportedly called the partnership a dream come true, saying he's ready to learn everything he can from the veteran. That mentorship alone could reshape Dallas defense for years to come. Donald's discipline, combined with Parsons' raw athleticism, creates a 1-2 punch that few teams could ever prepare for. And that's exactly what makes this move so dangerous. It's not just about the immediate season. It's about building a culture of relentless excellence. Dallas hasn't seen that kind of leadership since the dynasty days, and fans are praying this is the beginning of something massive. If Donald truly brings his Rams-level intensity to Texas, the NFC East might not know what hit it. The Cowboys just loaded their cannon, and the blast is coming soon. Now, let's talk about the real ripple effect of this signing. The psychological warfare that's already begun across the NFC East. Rival coaches are reportedly revising their entire offensive playbooks, trying to figure out how to contain Donald and Parsons on the same front. The Philadelphia Eagles, who pride themselves on their offensive line, are said to be quietly scrambling for contingency plans. The Giants? Well, Daniel Jones probably didn't sleep much after that press conference. As for the Commanders, their young quarterback Sam Howell is about to find out what it's like to face pure chaos on every snap. Donald's arrival has turned every NFC East matchup into must-watch television. Networks are already fighting for the broadcast rights. It's that big. But beyond the spectacle, there's strategy. Donald isn't just another body on the line. He's a disruptor of game plans, the kind of player who forces offenses to rethink everything. Add in Parsons' unpredictability, and you've got a defensive monster that could very well define this NFL season. Donald didn't just sign with the Cowboys. He signed to rewrite the balance of power in the entire division, and maybe, just maybe, the whole league. But let's not forget, for every big signing, there's always a hint of risk. Donald's been through wars in the trenches, and the man's body has taken hits most players wouldn't survive. He's 34 now, and though he still looks like a human tank, the NFL is relentless. Still, if there's one thing that defines Donald, it's discipline. The guy trains like a machine, eats like a monk, and plays like a gladiator. Retirement rumors had been swirling for months before this deal, but insiders say what reignited his passion was watching the Cowboys' defense last year. He reportedly saw flashes of himself in Parsons' style. The hunger, the explosiveness, the relentless pursuit. That connection might have been the spark. He doesn't want to fade quietly. He wants to go out swinging, preferably holding another Lombardi trophy. Jerry Jones, known for his showmanship, understands that perfectly. This isn't just a signing. It's a spectacle, a story arc fit for Hollywood. And Donald, with his quiet menace, is the perfect leading man. The Cowboys are betting big on a legend's last stand. The locker room dynamic is also shifting fast. Players who once saw themselves as stars are now adjusting to the presence of a living legend in their midst. Reports suggest even veterans like DeMarcus Lawrence have been visibly energized, with practices becoming more intense and competitive. Donald sets a tone the moment he steps onto the field, a mix of focus, respect, and controlled aggression that's contagious. Coaches have noticed it too. Defensive coordinator Dan Quinn is reportedly redesigning blitz packages to maximize the chaos factor, planning stunts that will put both Donald and Parsons in one-on-one matchups, a nightmare scenario for offensive lines. There's even talk of rotating Donald along the line, from tackle to end, just to keep offenses guessing. And it's working already. Sources say early scrimmages have seen the Cowboys' offense struggling to get plays off cleanly. It's the kind of problem every coach loves to have, because it means one thing: their defense is terrifying. The culture in Dallas is changing fast, and for once, it feels like more than just hype. Before we roll on, subscribe to Cowboys Wire News, drop a like, and turn on the bell. Your support keeps the Dallas Cowboys updates coming. Tell us what you think in the comments. Now, if you think the media circus around Donald's signing is intense now, wait until the season kicks off. Every snap, every sack, every stare down will be dissected, replayed, and debated on every sports network in the country. But Donald doesn't care about any of that noise. He's here for results. Rumor has it he's already taken over the film room, challenging teammates to study sessions late into the night. Parsons, always eager to learn, has become his shadow. Insiders say the two are developing a brother-like bond, pushing each other to new limits. For Cowboys fans, it's a dream, the merging of two generations of defensive greatness. But for the rest of the league, it's a nightmare unfolding in real time. Donald's message, "I'm coming for every quarterback in the NFC East," wasn't just a soundbite. It was a mission statement. And the way he's preparing? It's not about proving he still has it. It's about proving no one ever took it from him. That's the mindset of a champion, and it's contagious. Behind closed doors, even the Cowboys' offense is feeling the heat. Dak Prescott, who's used to commanding the spotlight, now has to face Donald in practice every week. Sources say it's already making him sharper, forcing quicker reads and faster releases. That's the hidden benefit of having someone like Donald in your building. He elevates everyone around him, whether they like it or not. Coaches are thrilled, saying it's the best kind of pressure test before facing real opponents. But Dak, ever the competitor, reportedly loves it. Iron sharpens iron, he told reporters, smiling after a brutal practice session. Still, you can sense the shift in Dallas. This team isn't just talented anymore. It's hardened, focused, angry even. For years, the Cowboys have carried the reputation of being flashy but inconsistent. Donald's arrival could finally change that. He doesn't do flash. He does fury. And with that mentality spreading through the locker room, this season feels different. It feels dangerous. It feels like the storm over Texas just found its thunder again. And finally, let's talk about what this all means for the NFL as a whole. Aaron Donald in a Cowboys uniform is more than a free agent signing. It's a cultural moment. It bridges eras, bringing old-school toughness into the modern age of highlight reels and social media. It's a reminder that football, at its core, is still about dominance, grit, and fear. The Cowboys have been chasing that identity for years, and now, they've found the embodiment of it in Donald. Rival teams are already adjusting, analysts are rewriting their predictions, and fans across the league are bracing for impact. Whether Dallas wins it all or not, one thing is undeniable. They just became must-watch football again. And if you ask Donald, he'll probably just smirk and say, "That's the plan." Because deep down, this move isn't about attention. It's about unfinished business. And knowing Aaron Donald, he won't stop until every quarterback in the NFC East, and maybe beyond, learns what it feels like to be hunted by the most feared man in football. The Cowboys didn't just get stronger. They got meaner. And the league just got warned. That's a wrap from Cowboys Wire News. For breaking Cowboys updates, subscribe, drop a like, and turn on the bell. Tell us your take in the comments.